Minecraft. Truly a classic of all time. A game people have loved for years. Something with a highly active, amazing, and powerful modding community. A game so good that it came to consoles, more specifically the Nintendo 3DS. Normally I wouldn't be saying much about it, I just group it into the upcoming Legacy console review that I may or may not do if I actually get access to the Legacy console versions. The thing is though, this is not part of the Legacy console family. It is in fact its own separate entity with a completely separate code base built off of Pocket Edition. Not to say it's a good one. Minecraft for the 3DS was released on September the 20th of 2018 and is exactly what you think it is. Minecraft on the 3DS. But here's the kicker. It was a new 3DS exclusive. This basically means that the game was exclusive to new 3DS, new 3DS XL/LL, and new 2DS XL/LL. In a nutshell, it's like a game being exclusive to PS4 Pro. It sucks. This port of Minecraft, very obviously, didn't sell well. I mean, sure, the 3DS had hundreds of thousands of players, but one, this was exclusive to a fraction of the 3DS's player base, but two, this came out after the Switch version, which was better in many ways, I'll cover that later, but was also guaranteed to get updates for far longer, which is true if you consider Bedrock, and was on the newer console. Because it's a port of Minecraft, I'll be comparing its latest version with its other contemporaries, which is roughly equal to Pocket Edition 1.1.0, which is equal to the World of Color update. Now, I'd go over everything, well, in transition, but I'm new to this, so nothing to do than to start the game! One of the first things you'll notice are the limits of this version. In the original Minecraft, as of World of Color, the height limit was 256 blocks high, but in this version, the height limit is 128. But to be honest, that's not so bad, you barely reach the limit. But you know what is bad? The entity limit. According to the Minecraft wiki, you can only have a maximum of, let me just look this up, 24 enemies, 24 animals, 16 squid, and 16 villagers at any given time. Why squid don't count as animals is beyond me. Regardless, this very strict entity limit is absolutely disgusting. I could set up a pig stable, and then I would never see another pig again in the rest of the world. I am aware that Legacy Console Edition also has a limit, but this makes Legacy Console Edition look like a charity. This is especially bad since the maximum world size of this version is 2016 by 2016, which means mobs are gonna be hella scarce. However, this does tell us something very valuable. The first reason this is a new 3DS exclusive, and that would be RAM! See, storing every single block and calculating everything and keeping all the entities, yeah, that's very RAM intensive, and something that Minecraft is doing constantly. Obviously, the new 3DS having twice the RAM of the original 3DS definitely allows Minecraft to actually do the thing. Even so, I find this decision kind of stupid. 3DS worlds are far larger than that of Legacy Console PS3 and 360, which were as big as, what, 864 by 864 blocks wide? And when you consider that entities take a lot of RAM, I feel like they could have decreased the world size in order to bump up that entity limit. As someone who has played the PS3 version for countless hours, take it from me, the smaller world isn't that bad. And as if that was bad enough, there's another horrible issue. You can only have 7 worlds. To my knowledge, no other version of Minecraft had a limit this strict. Sure, Legacy Console Edition did have its own world limit, but that? This makes Legacy Console Edition look like an international vigilante-dollar charity that's able to solve world poverty in 10 minutes, including delivery time. After this comes performance. The new 3DS edition targets 60 FPS when at normal world, and 30 FPS when using a mashup pack. It runs semi-decently, but I would not expect it to hit that performance all the time. Another thing to note is stutter. Placing and breaking blocks, as well as mob spawning, causes a ton of stutter. Usually this isn't so bad, but if you're trying to place and break really quickly, this can get quite annoying. My 3DS is homebrew, so I decided, out of curiosity, to set my CPU speed to that of the old 3DS, since the new 3DS's CPU is far more faster. And it performed like garbage! It performed so bad, in fact, that I disconnected from the multiplayer world that I tested this on.
Now, L plus, just look up for a good second, L plus tab, select.
I'm getting better at
I guess can. You said since you have 8 kills and 8 tokos. Where are you? Where are you?
Wait, if I don't try, don't interfere with my fight. If you find me, don't you dare interfere with my fight. Oh, you wanna go?
I won't get mad, it's a new 3DS exclusive for a reason, but, well, we get to find that second reason, and it's CPU speeds. Without the vastly superior CPU of the new 3DS, this version would be absolutely terrible and run way too badly for release. Okay, so we've gone over the limits, things that really affect gameplay, and mostly just issues and problems. But what about things like items, features, and controls, and minor differences that nobody else cares about? I'll start with controls. The controls here are very similar to that of Legacy Console Edition. You use A to jump, B to drop, L to mine, and R to use/place. Left stick to move, D pound to sneak, and if you want to run, double flick the left stick. There's also inventory and hotbar buttons, but I won't go over them because they're also on the touchscreen. However, you might be thinking to yourself, how do you look around? You use the C-Stick, of course. The C-Stick add-on is actually inherited from the Circle Pad Pro add-on for the old 3DS and old 3DS XL. Back then, people loved the Circle Pad Pro. They'd buy this accessory just for certain games like Monster Hunter. But when they brought it to new 3DS, it became... Mind you, this is the only way you can control the camera on the new 3DS edition. Considering the, new C-Stick, it is no surprise that controlling the camera on Minecraft New 3DS is quite difficult to handle. Had they allowed us to control the camera with a touchscreen like Iron Ball Invasion or even Monster Hunter 4, I wouldn't have had that many complaints. With that said though, it only takes a few hours and you'll get used to it pretty quickly, so no problem there. Something else to note is that this version has some DLC, even if a little bit comes with the game. The first and quickest one I should mention are the two worlds this version has, being the mashup packs. They are from the Mario Infested 2016 mashup packs. The Mario mashup pack is 100% expected, as it's bundled with all Nintendo versions of Minecraft, which would be New 3DS Edition, Wii U Legacy Console, Switch Legacy Console, and Bedrock Nintendo Switch Edition. The Festive 2016 mashup was available for the eShop, but can also be found available for all Legacy Console versions of the game, including the Bedrock Marketplace. Since they're mashup packs, they also have their own skins and texture packs. Since there's less texture packs than skins, I'll go over those first. For the texture packs bundled into the game, we have Default, which is standard old Minecraft, City, Plastic, and Mario mashup. For the ones that are available separately as DLC, we have Cartoon, Fantasy, Candy, Natural, Steampunk. To my knowledge, you can get all of these on the Bedrock Marketplace, and that's pretty sweet. But next up are the hardest part, the skins. When it comes to skins bundled into the game, we have Alex and Steve, Biome Settlers 1 and 2, Redstone Specialists, Journey to the West, Holiday 2015, and the Mario Mashup. That's 7. As for skins that come separately as DLC, we have Campfire Tales, City Folk, Town Folk, Battle and Beast, Stranger Things, Star Wars Classic, Rebels, and Prequel, Villains, Biome Settlers 3, Moana, Power Rangers, Magic the Gathering, and the Halloween costumes. That's 14. And third, some semi-relevant things. One of the things I despise about this version is the MIP mapping. Don't get me wrong, MIP mapping usually looks great, but
With Minecraft's aesthetic specifically, it looks disgusting, and I turn it off whenever I get the chance. I won't go into specifics, but it's the reason that blocks look blurry from a distance. As a power-saving measure, transparency on things like leaves also stop at a certain distance. Speaking of, the item tab icons in the creative menu also have nip mapping for some reason. It looks terrible. Unlike Legacy Console, you also can't customize autosave. This is very annoying since it takes a while to save and pauses the game when you're doing so. Not to mention, it also happens every 20 minutes whether you like it or not. And fourth, a ton of less relevant differences. Before we begin with this, I would like to mention that Minecraft New 3DS Edition is, as before, based off of a heavily modified version of Pocket Edition. Alright, here we go. The clouds look weird sometimes. It's a bug, but nobody cares. Signs only get one line of text. This isn't helped by the new and far more spacious font, causing the text limit on signs to be very, very small. You can only generate normal or super flat worlds, and unlike Legacy Console and Java, you cannot customize super flat. This version includes the old stone cutter. It's purely decorational, and it's a remnant of Pocket Edition. Book and quills, fireworks, and blindness potions don't exist. They've been censored by the government, likely due to uselessness or storage and CPU limits. Maps also don't exist, but only because they're on the bottom screen. This feature is also completely useless in the Nether, since maps don't work there. This version also doesn't have hardcore, just like Pocket Edition. And that's it! So, what's my conclusion, eh? It's a competent board of Minecraft. Obviously, it's not the best way to play since it's outdated, but when compared to its contemporaries, it's still alright, I guess. I'd say the main problem would be the entity limit and the world limit. Had both of them been far, far greater, this would have been a very solid version of Minecraft, and if it was still updated, would be a decent way to play. I wouldn't have any issue with it. Sadly, both of those things cannot be forgiven. For this reason, don't play this version. If you want to play the game, then I recommend just buying it on a Windows 10/11 device, so you get Java and Bedrock, or just playing on your phone. You get the portability, and it's a phone, so you get all the other stuff that a phone gives you. Alright, yeah, that's about it. See you in 2 weeks!